Good morning to you. It's a bright and sunny day and a perfect one to share your ideas with the rest of the world via social media. Hello and welcome to today's edition of Joy News Interactive, live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV, DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. Now we've got a lot to talk about and only 30 minutes to do so. So let's get started. Today, we are talking about the NDC's Manifesto Launch. Yes, a lot of things happened. A lot of things were said. We'll take your opinions about all the statements that were made and obviously the fun side of it. And also, we'll talk about hashtag Mourinho Must Go. I'll be speaking to a Manchester United fan and we'll pick their thoughts on this campaign on social media asking their manager to leave. And then what would you do, or to what extent would you go so you can win back your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend? We'll be talking more about all of these issues right here on Joy News Interactive. So here's how to get interactive with us. Get onto Facebook. Our name is Joy News on TV. Same name will find us on Twitter and Instagram. Alternatively, you can send me a WhatsApp message on the number 0560 800,000, 0560 800 000, and I'll share your opinions with the rest of the world. So over the weekend, two momentous events occurred. First, the NDC launched its 2016 manifesto, and for football fans, Manchester United lost its third straight game under Jose Mourinho. Now, social media lit up with the speeches and dances from Saturday's NDC Manifesto Launch, and we asked you this: what were your most favorite highlights? And before we get onto the streets and pick up some of the things people have been seeing, let's get onto Facebook and see what some of you have been posting about some of those videos. I'm sure you may have seen those videos by now, but if you haven't seen them, don't worry. This is Joy News Interactive, and you're going to see them right here on the show. Now let's get onto Facebook, where President Mahama did their No Ababase move. I don't know if you've seen that, but I'll be letting you see it shortly. Maybe we should see it now, then we'll take the comments on that particular video. President Mahama's No Ababase at the NDC campaign launch.
When I say NDC, you say No Ababase. It means we are not going back. What Yah was said, what Yah was here. No retreat, no surrender, forward ever, backwards never. So when I say NDC, you say No Ababase. And you show your shoulders that you are not going back. No Ababase. No Ababase. 3 times. And then when you show that we are not going back, no Ababase, then you show that we are going forward like Usain Bolt. So when I say NDC, you say No Ababase. NDC, No Ababase. NDC, No Ababase. And then after that you do. If you do it, NDC people won't have backache. Are you ready? Okay, everybody, let's go. NDC. NDC. NDC.
So that was President Mahama showing his supporters how to do the No Ababase move. But some of you have been commenting about this. James J. Oheming actually quotes one of my colleagues, Manasseh Zoria Winnie, that you don't have to be fooled, you deserve to live a dignified life. The politician should not feed you. Your nation has enough resources to help you live a dignified life. The politician is supposed to manage the resources well so that you can have that life. Those resources do not belong to President Mahama. They do not belong to Nana Akufo-Addo. They belong to all of us, you and me and them. Think about this when you vote. Don't vote for slogans. Don't vote for a thief. Think of Ghana as your business and choose a candidate you would be comfortable leaving your business afford to manage. At both the parliamentary and presidential level, don't vote foolishly. They will ride in their Toyota V8 vehicles and Ford Expeditions, Mercedes-Benz, but you will toil after that. Well, so that's someone's comment after watching this video, and he quotes my colleague Manasseh Azuriah. There are actually 2 replies to that, and I'm usually interested in all the conversations that come up out of certain people's posts. So Bakebe Jeet says, so who do you suggest I vote for if I'm to seek advice from you? Okay, James J. Ohime says, vote for your conscience. The manicracy and opulence is too much. So he actually replies Jeet over there. Let's move on. Peter Kwame Fosu Yankson says, hashtag united by corruption, hashtag united by stealing. Okay, well, he says, hashtag corruption and incompetence is equal to poison. Ezekiel Azuri laughs and says, nothing new and purposeful, only doom. He's now turned into a comedian and says, Toaso, war opposition. That's continue in opposition. And Kakra Courage, AD says, I think the NDC is no doubt the most attractive political party in Ghana today. Well, he thinks the NPP have a lot to learn from the NDC. God bless Ghana. So, well, for somebody, this is attractive. No Ababa say it's attractive. 2 replies to that. I can only imagine what they could be. Ezekiel Azuri says, what are you talking about? We're not talking about how attractive a party can be, but about how to manage our limited resource and creating jobs for the youth. The devil is very attractive, if you care to know. Eddie Blaze says, she says, you're right. I don't know whether the reply is the right one or the one saying NDC is attractive is the right one. Abron Manyaka says, you have stolen us faster than Usain Bolt. It says, okay, thanks. Change is coming. So before I pick your comment on WhatsApp, we went onto the streets to ask people what were their highlights, or what was that moment during the NDC's manifesto launch they would not forget. Let's take a listen to them.
That was when they brought the coffin in with Nanado's pictures on it. I mean, they said they were going to bury him then and there. So I think that was the funniest thing for me.
The leader of the NDC to salute organized labor and the working people of Ghana.
Was the no Ababa said that.
No what?
No Ababa said. No Ababa said. Well, it's actually very funny, but I was trying to do something. He was doing something like that.
Going forward like Usain Bolt. So when I say NDC, you say no Ababa say. NDC, no Ababa say. NDC, no Ababa say. And then after that you do.
The part where it was all about Songs of Solomon, where he was talking about his wife and all, I mean, that place really got to me. It was like a whole love story, Songs of Solomon. I laughed and laughed and laughed, yeah. That's... Baby, oh yeah, chop this nut, baby. Baby, baby, oh yeah, chop this nut, girl, I know you love me. I know you love me.
So, those were some people sharing with us their favorite moments or their most excited moments from the NDC's manifesto launch. What is yours? Here on WhatsApp, Yaubi says, this president is very interesting though. And this one says, is our president really serious? Think he's not feeling the Ghana weather now. This is, well, you didn't add your name and location. Please remember to do so. You're saying Allah bless Ghana. And this one says there couldn't have been a sufficient definition of a jamboree than the NDC Manifesto highlights launch in Sunyani. The president needs to get serious. That's what you think. How ridiculous could the NDC have been? This is from Yakubu Ibn Chambers in Wale. And this one is from someone, okay, saying that you're Jose Mourinho. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Changing lives and transforming United. JM Toaso. Okay, I get what you mean. Jose Mourinho and John Mahama. Really? Anyway, this is from Roland. You're saying Ghanaians are the best to judge come December 7. Anyway, their manifesto launch was superb. Real gangster. Well, you're saying he's a real gangster. I don't know what you mean, but this is from Lambert in Bolga. And this one says the NDC is an association coming together, well, you think, to destroy Ghana. May God take away that cup of suffering. May God forbid. Well, okay, this is Samson K. Thanks for your message. A lot of your messages coming through. And this one says, when you are with your people, you can behave anyhow. This is from JB Paul in Setre Efidiase. And this one says, NDC all the way. Mahama still remains our father. This is from Robert. And this one says, this NDC party, I'm sure the founder, ex-president Jerry John Rawlings, is disappointed. They should advise themselves. This is from Henry in KNUST. Roger from WA says, JM, you are really entertaining president, says JM Twaso. Okay, this one says, let's vote JM out. Okay, Lambert in Bolga, you've come back to clarify your earlier message. And Suleiman in WA says, I think Ghanaians should not allow themselves to be fooled by politicians. We must be wise, okay? Thanks for your message. This says the president should wake up from his slumber and realize that Ghanaians, it's not only NDC supporters that he gathered there, okay? Ghanaians are suffering and he goes there to dance. Let's arise for change. You think change is coming. This is Abbas in Cairo. All right. Kwao in a flower, you write, no Ababa say, JM Twaso. This one says, my dear MPP only knows how to talk, but the NDC will always be on top of the work. I'm sure that's your quote from the NDC's Manifesto Launch, and interesting sound bites you could get from that particular launch. But let's move away from the Noah Babas and the president dancing to Chop Kiss with his wife and the vice president. How far would you go to win back your ex? Would you burn their house down like TLC singer Lisa Left Eye Lopez of blessed memory? Would you release a sex tape to make them jealous? Or would you strip naked in the streets in front of everybody? Well, that's what one woman did to get the attention of her ex. We've been finding out from some of you what you would do to win back your ex.
If I really love my ex and I want to get him back, I might, okay, it's not like I will kill for him. Because I really love him and I want him, so I'll kill for him, no matter the cost.
I'll do anything to get him back. I will try getting to his friends, to know his whereabouts, and I don't know, but if it's to be a pastor and I start preaching to him so he gets close to me, I'll do anything, just anything.
I'll do everything possible. I'll go to him, apologize. I'll even try my possible best to talk to some friends I know, go to the mom, the sisters, just to talk to him for me to get him back. That's the extreme far I can go to get my ex back. I'll first of all go to his place, talk to him. When he doesn't agree for us to get back, then I'll see a couple of friends and relatives, or possible, I'll seduce him to get him back. Seducing in a lot of ways, like getting his weak point. Since I know his weak point, I'll work on that to get him back.
I really know her favorite and stuff, so I can just buy her favorite and approach her like I just said right now. I know my girlfriend will admire a flower a lot, so I can just buy a flower, storybooks and stuff, just for me to win there.
Well, I think it will depend on me, right? So since it depends on me, I have a philosophy that I'll allow the person to go. If it belongs to me, she'll come back. As simple as that.
I'll do anything she wants me to do. If it's in the right direction for us to build a good relationship, definitely I'm going to do that. I'll just go back, beg her for whatever I did, for her to forgive me, try and make it.
I think that I'll do any rational thing that a human being is supposed to do. Any rational thing, not going beyond what I'm supposed to do. If I'm supposed to ask you, back and you refuse, that's all.
Interesting views over there, but really, I don't know what I'm going to do to win back my ex. If they left, they left. I mean, yes. But stripping naked, getting onto the streets just to protest and try and get the attention of your ex, now that's extreme. Let's get some of your comments on Facebook about what this woman did over the weekend. She's actually 27, so she's not a very young one there. But a few of your comments here on Facebook. Okay, before we get there, let me do WhatsApp now. This one says, in the first place, you don't make room for somebody to become an ex. Most often, the youth are ill-prepared going into relationships. I don't believe in going back for an ex. This is from Yakubu Ibn Chambers in Wale Wale. Thanks for your message. And this one says, how to win your ex back is a totally different ballgame altogether. It's made up of two major things to do. Your partner should win your trust and also your heart, okay? Roland says ladies are capable of doing anything to get their ex back, okay? But what about men? Sometimes they get so bitter and they pour acid on their ex. But well, this one says, I'll do everything humanly possible to get my ex back. But serious, when your ex is into another person, it will really be difficult, okay? This one says, the only way I can win my ex back is to propose to her. This is from Mohammed Amin in Tamale. What if you propose to her and she's accepted? And, well, along the line, she decides, I don't want to do this again. Anyway, someone is going back to politics, says MPP are always thinking they are knowledgeable than everybody in this country. This is why they will always remain in opposition. Let's get the comments on Facebook. Nwabete Bati says, I think she exaggerated. It's just doing the things we used to do before she left is enough to win her back, all right? And Prisno Dumbamia says, stripping naked on the street just to win back your ex is what I describe as, and well, he thinks it's not a very sane thing to do. And Drew Sapong says, and that is going to win him back. He's actually laughing about that. She's just embarrassed herself, and he shakes his head as his own comment. Gideon Eche says, certainly not to this extent. It is a big disgrace. Gideon Eche says, I think the best way is to ask his friends to speak on his behalf. Interesting strategies. And Mamladi Yakubu says, is she a billboard? Luciano Kojoto says, it's a problem. All right, I'm not getting what he means, but it's not written in English. Charles Appiah says, I'll have done worse than that if I truly loved my ex. Interesting comments over here. You're watching Joy News Interactive with me, Bernice Abubedi. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, you're talking hashtag Mourinho Must Go. Thanks so much for staying on Joy News Interactive with me, Bernice Abubedi. Now let's talk about the man who is trending, not for good reasons, obviously. A lot of his fans think that he hasn't done too well and he must go. Jose Mourinho, the special one. Well, for a lot of people, he's lost that spot in their hearts and they want him to leave the Manchester United Football Club. I've got one fan, and we're going to be talking about this trend, hashtag Mourinho Must Go. Let's find out what he thinks about it and whether, on which side of the divide is he? Is he with those who are saying he has to go, or is he with those who are saying it's too early in the day to ask him to leave? But let's see some of the comments that were trending on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll have the conversation. Let's get onto Facebook, pick a few of your comments. Gideon Eche says, Mourinho is too overconfident. I think he should wake up and put things together before the ever-annoying Manchester United fans disgrace him. More emphasis must be placed on player selection. I know he's tough enough, and he'll definitely deliver, and those same fans will say he must stay. And Zato Blestenge says, it's too early to start such a campaign. Even though losing is not part of our DNA, we still have to be patient because I believe better days are certainly ahead. He says, well, glory, glory, Man United. Hashtag Mahama Bako just says, this team is so frustrating to watch. Lots of talent and skill, but instead we get sloppy passes and no movement on the ball. Why is Boba playing so deep and Rooney should be up with Zlatan? Why is Ashley Young playing? Should put the play on trust Well, he says, trust me, when he starts playing, he's going to be on fire like with Luke Shaw, right? Someone giving some, technical advice here. Almost every Ghanaian is a coach. Prince Nurdin Baumia says, I think it's too early for the fans to start taking actions against Mourinho. God knows the best, therefore let's give him enough chance to work. Prince Nurdin, I'm not sure a lot of people will be happy with you bringing God into this. So they want Mourinho to bring results. Onana bin Maha says he should stay. I think with time he'll weather the storm. And Collins Kweku Dama says he should stay, but the selection is not good. The midfield. And well, let's get on to WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, and okay, you're talking about the issue of women, girlfriends. Well, this one is from Roland, and you're saying this call is too early. He must be given more time to do what he can. And Safari Adrubu says it's too early to let JM, he means to say Mourinho, go. So let's talk to Kwame Amin. He's a United fan. Kwame, how are you?
Hi. I'm doing very well. How are you too?
I'm doing great. 3 losses, social media campaign, hashtag Mourinho Must Go. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think it's too early to call for the head of Jose Mourinho. And if you know the history of Manchester United very well, they're a team that is not characterized by sacking their coaches or coaches who take charge of the club. If you've known the history of the club, Sir Alex Ferguson, Sir Max Busby, they were coaches that stayed in the club for 20 years plus and were given enough time for them to, build the club according to how they feel the club should be built. But with United fans calling for Mourinho to go just after 3 games, I think it's too early for us to be doing something of that
All right,
sort.
Kwame, it may be too early, but are you disappointed in Mourinho's performance so far?
Well, I must say I am a bit disappointed because some of the losses has been self-inflicted. If you would ask me, it boils down to much more to player selection and the fact that the players that he's given enough confidence for them to, get him results are failing to do so. I still don't understand why the captain of the side, Wayne Rooney, is still playing amidst the fact that he's been very, very poor in some of the games that he's played this season.
All right, Kwame, lastly, what's the grace period you as a diehard fan of Manchester United would give Jose Mourinho?
At least a season will do. At least a season will do for us to know what he brings on board, knowing that he was sacked from Chelsea last season. I think that United is a club that gives coaches +1 season for us to know what he can do. He's a winner, and I still have confidence in Mourinho.
Thank you very much, Kwame. We'll continue this conversation. Hopefully next week, let's see how Mourinho performs. A few of your messages here on WhatsApp. Nyame from Damango says our team, Manchester United, has some problems, and that's what you believe. And this one says, for Mourinho, it's going to be cool, but Manchester United should count themselves out of the top 4. And that's how we wrap up Joy News Interactive for today. Thank you so much for your company. Don't forget, the conversation continues on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. Alternatively, you can send us a WhatsApp message on the number 0560 800,000. Thank you for your company. Once again, my name is Bernice Abubedi. Do have a great afternoon.